Something I want to throw a little bit of light into. You see, in the world we are today, a lot of people are just going to assume every um, circumstances to be that of science and that of human makings. Yeah, it might seem more like it's an act that we had actually triggered as humans. We don't want to look into it from the other side of life. But truth be told, need I need to remind us about something that happened some time ago in the land of Egypt when Moses advises the children of Israel, that's the Jews, to mark their doors with the blood of the lamb they have sacrificed. You see, this this action was requested to get done because that plague would befall anyone that don't have the blood of the lamb marked on their door. Coronavirus is something that we all get scared about. But can you see how unfortunate life is? Even the rich, the wealthy, the poor, everybody's on the run. Everybody's afraid. Everybody has this panic inside of them. One way or the other, everybody thinks like no one is safe. But then, as much as we're trying to look into the basic factors of corona and how we really need to stop the spreading of this virus, to other people, we should also consider that there are also measures we need to take into consideration. And most of these measures, we don't really need to start from the surface. We really need to go down to the grassroots. Like if you consider an apartment that has a lot of people and everybody has access to the gate, this is a metal, okay? Everybody touches the gate at that time. How then are you safe from this virus? We are supposed to implement a kind of ideology where the security man has to stand by the gate at all time with his sanitizer. No occupant in that apartment ought to touch the gate. You see, so there are a lot of things we ought to do about that, but that is not even the case. The case is this: we always have a whole lot of time to get busy with everything about our lives. We oftentimes wake up in the morning, we don't even have to talk to our maker to tell God, thank you for making me see a brand new day. We all want to go with that stupid ideology or mentality that we all have to celebrate life when it is December 31st. That's bull crap. All right? We wake up in the morning, we all want to be in our offices, we all want to go make money, we all want to do one thing or the other. You understand? Just to satisfy our human needs. You get that? We never had time for God. But there come a time in life where everything will be stuck and the only person we could call or run back to is God. And this is the time that we ought to run back to God. He's always there to listen to us. He's not selfish or self-centered like a man. You see, now we can no longer rush to those offices anymore. We can no longer rush out there to make billions of money that we need anymore. We can no longer go partying. When all things were good, we wouldn't want to go to church. We wouldn't want to pray. We wouldn't want to be with our families. You understand that? But now things are all bad. This is when families want to stick together. This is when people don't want to go to clubs no more. This is when people don't want to go outdoors and do their regular stuffs they do. You understand that? Now, this is when we need to understand that there's a maker we need to run back to. And whenever we run back to him, he is going to listen to us. This plague is more like the signs of the end time. I know it sounds crazy, but when we look at it from the worldly aspect of it, we call it science. That is where we all go wrong. Yeah, we all keep believing in science. Man produces problems and man looks for a way out to tackle his problems. It is okay. Yeah, but those with the spiritual eyes will see it. You understand? Like a lot of my friends get to tell me all the time, Anderson, are you not scared about this coronavirus or whatever? I am not scared. I'm only taking precautions. You understand? Because the same Bible told me that until or except the Lord do not build a house, that's when the laborers will labor in vain. Except the Lord do not watch over a city, that's when the watchmen will watch in vain. So no matter how much I try to protect myself, if the Lord is not protecting me from this plague that has befallen earth, my protection is in vain. So we all out there should just take this moment to get close to God. You understand that irrespective of who we are, what we do, and how we go about our daily lives, we should respect God and go back to Him. We should pray for His utmost protection, His guidance, for His mercies and grace are always very sufficient for us all. All right, it is just like a virus, so the medical practitioner will put it, or whatever kind of facility or firm handling it, whatever it's been called or tagged into. But then this is a plague that has befallen the world, where everybody has to let every other thing go and stand still. For those things we rush out to every day of our lives, they are on pause right now. We can't go to them. So sometimes in life, nature want to remind us about what we need to do. At least this time around, we will have the time to wake up in the morning and not being in a rush to the office. So we'll be able to tell God, thank you for making me see a new day. That's what's up. So I just thought I should just share that random observation of mine. And I hope we look deep into what is happening, and we should just take precaution out there, follow up the government advices, instructions on how to keep ourselves safe. And then we should still understand that not until the Lord protect us, whatever means we're trying to protect ourselves, it will be in vain. This is Green Live Entertainment. Peace out.